Okay. Hello, you all. My name is Nathan Owusu. I'm here at the gym. I'm about to work out. It's kind of late, but it's fine. Yeah. So I'm here with a special friend of mine. I've seen this. I've seen like the rise, not really a fall, but like the rise and the rising of this man. He's a man that needs no entrance. He's a guy that really cares about his community. Yeah, even when he wasn't doing the best, and now even when he's doing good, he was always caring about people. So, like this guy is a testimony to me. So, please, without further ado, introduce yourself nicely. Even though you need no introduction.
Hi guys, it's Elijah. I was caught off guard. I'm doing shoulders today, but my boy came and he asked if I could just share a little bit about my testimony, things like that. So anything to advance the kingdom, I'm down to do it. So that's why we're here today.
Cool, cool, cool. All right, so I have maybe two questions. In this, you can feel free to share what you also other things you want to share, aka testimony. But yeah, anyways, my first question is, Eli, why are you at the gym tonight? Why are you here? What is your purpose? What is your purpose and why are you here?
So essentially, this year I feel God's been leading me to just be more mindful about like my health. A lot of times as Christians, like we can face certain spiritual battles, and we can attest like we can try to blame the devil for certain health issues we might have, like, oh, it's a spiritual attack. But the Lord was just really leading me to be mindful of my health so that the enemy cannot leverage it against me. So currently that's why I'm here, even though it's late. I didn't want to come, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just trying to make sure that I take care of myself essentially.
Respect. I'll answer the same question real quick. For me, I'm at the gym because, before I used to come like as a way of like working out too much, like in excess, like self harm and stuff. And this was like 2020 or you know prior, but like I was doing that because I just wanted to feel something. I was like just upset about things going on at home or just my life, and just my mind wasn't right. So now fast forward, why I come to the gym now is because I want to, of course, like take care of my temple. The Bible says that the bodies are temple of the Lord, and that even physical and physical activity or exercise profits a man a little bit. So there's some profit in it. It's not everything, but it has something to do with our, the way that we function and move and stuff. So, yeah. So that's why. My second question, potentially the final, we'll see, is, um, yeah, like if, okay, yeah. What are some values or what are some values slash beliefs that guide the way that you live currently?
um I would say one value definitely is love, in the sense of essentially I would say that like grace and love, because amongst my journey, there's a lot of, I feel like the closer you get to God, the more like you realize that you're not as righteous as you think you are, and you don't have everything figured out. So I think that like the more that I've received God's grace for me and His love for me, it's helped me to be more patient with the people that I come across, and to be more forgiving towards people when they do offend me or do anything wrong. Another value I live by is that I don't take a lot of things personal, just because I understand that, like, even when Jesus was on the cross, one, for example, he was saying, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. A lot of times people, what they're doing is just a projection of their lack of self awareness and their lack of self discovery. Sometimes your uniqueness and the light that you have can offend other people, and then other times, because people have their own insecurities, they can project that on you. So that's another value I live by. I try my best to be a giver as well, just to any environment that I find myself in, any group I find myself in, I see how can I be of value, how can I serve. Service is another value. um, I would say that that's always been something I live by. Before, it was more so because of people pleasing, but now it's become a thing where, as God enables you, what I'm saying, it's just you find yourself able to make impact on other people's lives. So I aim to make impact on people's lives, everybody I meet, to add something to that. Aside from that, I would say those are the biggest things I can think of that come to mind. Another one more thing I would say is that I'm working to like get better at is just integrity in terms of like being true to like who God has called me to be and not being a pretentious person. um I found that like in the past and as I've been walking on my journey, there's times when like you're with different groups of people, you could try to bend your character to try to fit, the crowd that you're into. That also was because of a lot of like people pleasing that I dealt with, and the Lord's helping me with. But as I'm continuing to go, just expressing your uniqueness, and I'll say those are the biggest things.
Yeah, for me, I'll answer this and then this will be the end. But for me, like what helps me or what shapes the way that I live, yeah, was is love. And also just like being humble and seeing that through Christ and through other people that demonstrate that are in my life. So whether that's like my dad, who's always someone that like worked hard for the sake of the family. So like he would put others before himself in that way. So different values like that, like carrying that with you. And then spiritually, like letting God work through you. So, like for me, I dealt a lot with depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, lust, vaping, drinking, like all these different things. And basically, like it was all an attempt to people please, conform, shape shift. Be very like on drugs one day and then another thing on like addicting to watching things online the other. And so like always people pleasing. And so what the Lord had to show me was that like God's values had to supersede my own fleshly desires. And when I came to have received salvation through like confessing that like I'm a sinner, that I need Jesus, that in Him there's life and godly, and every good thing comes from God. And then when I realized that, then it's like God starts to do the work. It's meaning sanctification. So like He starts to change different desires. So like eventually, like I stopped watching things online, I stopped doing things that like lusting and doing different things like that as much, because I saw that like no, like God is actually better. Like God is, there's actually no comparison. Like God is actually the most beautiful thing, the most attractive. He's holy, He's righteous, and all these things. And so yeah, love, grace, peace. Like wherever God is, there's peace. Peace meaning like His peace, not the peace that we think. His love, not our love, the way that we think. And so I think that's really it. And just and like just also being patient with myself and other people. And patience is only you can only have patience through God. Just being patient has to come from outside of you, and you have to see beyond the situation. So I think that's what I've been learning. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. God bless you, Eli, for being on this, and the time that you gave. I pray that it's not in vain. And for everyone who listens to it, I pray that you enjoy and that you have a wonderful day or night, depending on what time you watch it. So, God bless you guys. Peace.